Hey guys, just wanted to make a quick video. I just got out of the shower and finished changing my bag. I usually start with a hot shower and take the waterproof barrier, like I peel it off. And sometimes I'll take the whole thing off, but today I had my at-home health nurse come by to sort of support me in my bag change and give me any guidance if needed. I feel pretty good about changing my bag alone, but I'm not going to deny, having a nurse come by to check my wounds and stuff like that and make sure everything's looking good. I just changed, so I think it looks pretty good. It looks all clean and nice. It's my favorite part. Every 3 to 4 days, which is how often I change my bag. This is my favorite day because everything's super clean and nice and put together. But usually when I empty my bag, which I do about maybe 4 or 5 times a day, depending. Sometimes I do it more, because I pee often, so if I'm already going to the bathroom to pee, I'll usually just change it while I'm there. And, it usually doesn't even need it. But sometimes I get lazy to get up because I have a lot of back pain because of the surgery, so I just change it while I just empty it while I'm in the bathroom. So yeah, that was a really good change. I followed all the steps the way I was supposed to, laid everything out. I am gonna do another change on Sunday, so my change days are Sundays and Thursdays. So I might make a video about my change. I don't know. Depends if my husband's willing to sit there and record me. Or I find a way to somehow record myself. I don't really have like a stand or anything, so I don't really know how to do that. One day I'll become tech savvy. But I did want to talk about kind of like the mental health aspects of having a stoma. I've actually taken it pretty well in general as far as having a stoma goes, going through surgery. I think I've handled it all pretty good. I've been pretty positive about the entire experience. But I mean, there are days where I get kind of sad, but not sad because I have my stoma, but just sad because I was so sick that I had to get my stoma, if that makes sense. Like, I don't resent having my stoma. I'm not angry that I have one. There are days where I look at it, or if it's in the middle of the night and I have to get up and I'm just like, ugh, I wish I didn't have this. But then I sit back and I think, like, if I didn't have this, the hell that I was going through before is nothing compared to this. Like, this is easy. This is nothing compared to ulcerative colitis and how much it kicked my ass. I mean, I was going, anywhere from 15 to 30 times a day, and I was constantly stuck in my bathtub and in my bathroom, which is something that I really struggle with now. Because I have a stoma and I don't need to go poo in the toilet, and all I have to go to the bathroom for is to pee, or, to occasionally empty my bag, which I usually do while I pee anyway, I find it weird. Like, I've spent the majority of almost a year inside of my tiny little bathroom, all day, every day. Usually I was stuck in there for hours at a time, or sometimes 30 minutes, maybe like an hour. If I was taking a bath, God help me, because I was probably in there for way longer than I should have been. My poor husband lost me to the bathroom. So I didn't really have a life, and when I did go out, I was in the bathroom wherever I was going. So I don't have that issue now. Now I can finally, for the first time in months, go to a store and just scoot around. Because at this point, I had my surgery on the 19th of July, and it is August 2nd. So I'm not that far out of surgery. It's only been, like maybe 2 weeks or something like that. So I've got a little like deodorant fuzzy. Hold on. Gross. My body's disgusting. But I don't know. it's been really hard for me to accept the fact that I don't have to be in the bathroom, and I sometimes find myself, you know, in the middle of the night just sitting there. Like, I'll just sit there for like 15 minutes. I've peed, I've emptied my bag, I've washed my bag, which is something I do frequently when I do a bag change, because I just like for things to be clean. I just sit there because I don't know what else to do. I find myself confused as to why I don't have to be in the bathroom. And it's a really hard habit to break, and I thought it'd be relatively easy, you know. I didn't think I was going to have, cover up my boobies. I didn't think I was going to have an issue with this. I didn't think it was going to be one of those, I didn't think it was going to be a thing. And I'm finding that it is. It so is. Like, I'm just having the hardest time accepting the fact that I just don't live in the bathroom anymore. And so I've kind of forced myself to be in my bedroom and to stay there and to try to stay comfortable. And as far as going out, I think that's been hard for me too. I know, just the other, like last weekend. Oh God, excuse me. Just last weekend, I drove to my aunt's house with my mom and my husband. And it took about like 45 minutes, maybe like 45 minutes to an hour. But I remember sitting on the expressway, and it was like bumper to bumper traffic, and I started to like panic. I'm like, oh my God, like, what if I have to go to the bathroom? I'm gonna end up pooping on myself. I can't do this. We've got to go back home. And I'm like freaking out, and then I just stop, and I'm like, wait, I have a stoma. I don't have to. I could poop while I'm talking. I'm probably pooping right now, and I don't even know it. And it was such a relief to know that, you know, even if we got stuck in traffic and, you know, for whatever reason my bag like suddenly just decided to fill up completely, and, you know, little piglet just went off on a rant, all I have to do is just like dump my poop in like my disposable bags that I keep in my emergency kit, seal it up, and that's it. I mean, it wouldn't be pleasant for like my mom and my husband, who will probably be in the car, or, you know, they could just pull off to the side of the road and I could just empty it out and then dispose of the bag later, because I don't like to litter. That's gross. I don't, that'd be weird for someone to just be like, pick up a bag of poop. That's gross. But yeah, I find myself having to fight my anxiety more than I thought I would. Like, I didn't realize how badly ulcerative colitis has screwed my life over, you know what I mean? Like, just going through all of it and being afraid of so much, you know, being afraid of going out, of going on a date, of eating. Fear of eating is still a very big thing for me, especially now that I have a stoma. I'm more cautious of the things that I eat, and if I do eat, I eat very little, you know, at a time, not like I don't eat at all, but I eat very little, and it's weird, you know, because I love food. I am a foodie. If you saw my husband, you'd know. I mean, me and him just love food, and, you know, that's how we bond and stuff like that, so, you know, it's kind of awkward for us to go out, and I'd be like, okay, I'm done, and I had like 3 chicken wings, but it's better than not being able to go out, and it's better than not being able to eat at all, because before my surgery, I could not keep down liquids, and I could not eat food. So I wasn't able to give myself the nutrition that I needed, and I have that opportunity now, which is a really big blessing for me, and I'm very happy that I'm able to do that. And I think some people think about their stomas, and they think about it negatively, and they think, well, I have this thing, and now it's on my body, and now I'm gonna look ugly, and, you know, I don't like my body anymore, and, you know, this stupid thing needs to get out of my body, and I need to get my J-pouch surgery, and for me, honestly, I'm kind of in love with my stoma. Me and Piglet make a good match. I mean, I've never felt so good, and I feel like, honestly, like, this has saved my life. It saved my marriage. It saved my life. And it saved my mental health, honestly, because I don't think I would have been able to go through it again and over and over and over and again. Flare and hospitals and coming back home and not being able to function and going to work feeling dead, you know, physically, emotionally. I couldn't handle it. It was all just so much. And, you know, my family was like, just push through it. You can do it. You can go to work. And I think that they kind of thought, in a way, that they were so used to seeing me sick, and they were so used to, God, my nails are awful. I'm sorry. They were so used to seeing me in this state of sickness, that they kind of got desensitized to it, and didn't realize how severe my pain and my suffering and everything, and the nausea and the vomiting. They didn't realize how bad it was, I don't think. And so they were just like, push through it, you can go to work, it's okay, you know. And I for the most part was like, okay, you know, I'll do whatever I have to do, you know. I need health insurance, I need to keep my job, you know. I've never been fired, I've never been unemployed, so it's just, it would be a really big sort of downfall for me to have just quit like that, you know, just to kind of stop in general. So so far though, I think I still have a job. I don't know, my bosses haven't really talked to me, so I will find out soon. But right now I'm just on leave for 6 weeks while I recover, and then hopefully I can go back. I do property management, so it's just me in a big old building, and I do the maintenance and the cleaning, and it's just a lot of cleaning. You sweep a lot, and you talk to people, and you're nice to them, and that's the gist of it. So it is a physically demanding job, which is something I do worry about, but I think once I'm done recovering, I think it'll be fine. According to like the videos and stuff that I've watched, apparently it's totally okay to go back to work if you have a physical job. You just kind of have to wear a hernia belt or like a support belt or something if you're lifting something heavier than 10 pounds. And I don't think I'm going to be doing much of like super heavy lifting. And if I have to, I'll probably just call, you know, another employee to help me lift whatever said item is. Yeah, I think that's about it. I don't know. I just kind of wanted to rant about how I was feeling, and that my home health visit went really well. I've gotten positive feedback from my stoma nurses that I've been able to successfully change my bag. So far, I have not had any leaks. I always measure out my stoma when changing my bag, and she's actually decreased in size. So like when I was first in the hospital, she was 41 centimeters, and now Piglet is 32. So, and that is today, August 2nd, but like because it's Thursday today, but on Sunday she was 38 centimeters. So the size is changing quite significantly. But since I change my bag every 3 to 4 days, I don't allow it to get small enough where I get leaks, and I make sure to measure it, and I measure it as close as possible, and I always use a barrier ring, and I usually let the barrier ring, I don't know if you can see it, let me see. So I usually let the barrier ring kind of poke into the inside of my bag, right near the flange. So like there is the barrier and here is the flange, and I let it kind of go all the way around my stoma. That way, if there are any leaks or anything like that, or any stool that could possibly get onto my skin, the barrier ring does an amazing job of holding that all together, which is really, really nice. And I love the barrier rings. I've been using them since I got out of surgery. I have a 2-piece Hollister system that I'm still using. It's the one I got from the hospital. And it works. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I just keep doing the same method that I learned in the hospital, and been working. But I think that's it. This video is already 15 minutes long, which is way longer than I needed it to be, and it's probably going to take forever to upload, so, yeah, this is my update, and I hope you guys are all having a good day, and if you are watching this, because I literally have no subscribers, and I think I have, like, maybe 10 likes on, or maybe 10 views on one of my videos, I don't think that my channel's gonna, like, gain popularity overnight. I just started posting my videos a few days ago, so I'm not expecting, like, a huge increase in views. I don't really know how to, like, get my word out there, so it's probably my fault as well. But I'm hoping, you know, maybe like a year from now, someone will see this, because I'm not planning to take the channel down. I think I'm just gonna keep it up there, and if this helps somebody, good. If it doesn't, well, it helped me. I don't know. This is kind of like my little video diary, and I don't know. It makes me feel better to talk about Piglet and sort of spread positivity about having a stoma and having an ostomy, because it's not the end of the world, and for most of us, the reason why we got it was because we were sick, or we are sick. For me, I have ulcerative colitis. For some people, it might have been a cure for cancer, or maybe you got into a car accident and now you have a stoma. Regardless of whatever the reason is, try to see yourself in a positive light. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of the stoma. It is there to help you, and if you don't make light of it and you don't joke around about it, then it just kind of becomes this, like, sad thing, and it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be sad. It doesn't have to be depressing, because it's just, we're normal, other than the fact that we poop out of our stomach. And we don't use our buttholes anymore, which honestly could be a cool conversation starter, like, hey, how's it going? I poop out of my stomach. And it's fun. And actually, I think next week, I think there's a stoma support group thing going on in my hospital, and I'm gonna try it out, and I want to meet different ostomates, and I want to meet somebody who has an ostomy bag like me. I've never met anyone who's had an ostomy bag. Well, I met someone who had it, but I've never met someone who currently has it. Like, I've never seen somebody with one. I'm the first person I've ever seen with a stoma, so, well, you know, aside from, like, the internet, but, like, I mean real life. So I'm excited to meet other people, like, even if they're older people. Quite frankly, like, older people are my jam. Like, I get along with older people. Young people, they think I'm weird, and that's fine. I don't care. But I don't know, if there's older people, cool. If there's younger people, even better. But hopefully there will be people at the support group, because I don't really know if people still go to those things. So, alright, I'm gonna stop talking now. I'll see you guys later. Bye.